Hey there, my friend. This is Dave Sharp, and welcome to this section, the Fishing Formula. This is a direct response marketing system for affiliates. Now, hold on a second. What does fishing have to do with affiliate marketing? Well, I'm glad that you are probably thinking that thought inside of your head, and I want to tell you that it's completely and totally normal. It is quite an odd combination, but over the course of the next few minutes and in this module, over the next few videos, I'm going to explain exactly what fishing has to do with affiliate marketing. All right, as you can see here on your screen, that's me. All right, with one of the biggest fish that I ever caught. This was down in Key West, and this was when I actually got hooked on fishing. Ba-boom, boom. All right, that was my dad joke for this segment, but for real, I actually went down to Key West, went out with some of my friends and my wife, and we went fishing. We were out there 3/4 of the day, hardly caught any fish, but towards the end of the day, I guess he was saving the best for last. He actually took us out, put us on, this is called an amberjack, put us on a wreck, an actual shipwreck out in the middle of, it wasn't out in the middle, it was about 2 miles off of the coast, which is actually not that far compared to some places to be as deep as we were. Sometimes you have to go out in other areas. For example, in the Gulf of Mexico, you got to go out, couple of, dozen miles or a couple 100 miles. But off of Key West, we went out a couple of miles. We were a couple of 100 feet deep, okay, over a shipwreck, and we basically wrestled some monsters. So I actually came back, began to fish. Of course, right away wanted to come back home and buy a boat, but my wife, being more frugal and intelligent than me, said, you know what, why don't you join a boat club? And I did that, and I fished for probably a year and a half. This was back several years ago now, probably 5 or so years ago. I was taking some actual time off from work, and so I had some extra time on my hands, and so I learned how to fish. And what I realized was there was an actual science to fishing. Sure, it was a bit of an art, but there was actual science to fishing. And there was a formula to fishing. And it revolved around understanding the actual fish that you were trying to target, understanding where that fish was. Is it a freshwater fish? Is it a saltwater fish? What if it's a inshore fish versus a deep sea fish, right? If it's an inshore fish, what kind of plants? Does it hang out on oyster bars? Does it hang out in mangroves? So I had to understand the body of water, where those actual type of fish like to hang out. And then I had to understand how to get those fish coming to the boat by using something called chum. It's like this big block of other fish guts that they freeze together, and then you take it out and you drop it down, and it stinks like crazy, but fish love it, and they come to the boat. And then, of course, I had to understand that I had to use the right bait. So if I brought out bait that was for a different species of fish, the species of fish that I wanted to catch was probably not going to eat or bite, right? I had to understand what sort of reel that I needed to use, rod and reel, right? The fishing pole. If I was going to catch big old fish like the one that you see on the screen, I couldn't bring out a little old pole. I had to bring out a big deep sea fishing pole, actually like the one that you see me holding right there in that picture. And then, on and on. So there was a formula to fishing. And as I came back and started to think about affiliate marketing and, of course, tweak my own campaigns and then figure out how can I explain this in a more simple way to other affiliates to help them have more success faster, I came up with the fishing formula. And it truly is a direct response marketing system for affiliates. And this is what it looks like, okay? It's literally an 8-step process that starts with the species. Who's the target prospect that we're looking to attract? And then where do they hang out? the water, right? Are they on, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok? Chum, how can I get them to the boat? Bait, how can I get them in the boat? Reel, how can I funnel them into the boat, right? Not just one, but funnel a bunch of them into the boat. And then result, what product can get them a result? Second helping, third helping. In this section, each video, I'm going to explain in depth what each one of these means. And I'm going to teach you, using this powerful analogy, how to build successful affiliate marketing campaigns, how to stand head and shoulders above all the rest using a simple and a fun process that's going to allow you to understand what you're doing a lot more clearly and be a lot more effective when you do it. So let's get started. I'll see you in the next video.